In the heavyweight division, Josh Burns versus Sam Shewmaker. The numbers for our co-main are presented by Grunt Style Apparel.
Shewmaker with a 3-inch height advantage, 2.5-inch reach advantage. Shewmaker definitely wants to stay outside, utilize that reach. Josh Burns has got power in both hands. If he gets inside, he does damage.
Sam Shewmaker was at the first ever Open BKFC tryouts. They took place in Philadelphia, July 2017. He was chosen by David Feldman at those tryouts, and he is now set for fight number 10 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Shewmaker is also 5-2 and is very effective in pedigreed pro boxing career. This is a rematch. BKFC 21, September 2021. Josh Burns defeated Sam Shewmaker by way of first-round knockout. Sam Shewmaker said, "I was disappointed in myself. I was disappointed for the fans. That's given me added motivation. I have to stay long. I'm focused on being fluid and fast throughout with my movement."
He needs to be light on his feet and utilize that range. We just talked about that from the tail tape. He has the reach. He has to utilize it. He wants to utilize his angles, slips, and footwork to avoid that big power that he knows Josh Burns has.
Josh Burns now set to enter his fourth bout promotionally in BKFC. Overall, in the sport of bare knuckle, across the UK and throughout the US, this is bare knuckle bout number 17 for Josh Burns. He's also had 18 pro MMA bouts, 2 in pro boxing. Josh Burns said of his first fight against Sam Shewmaker, "I saw the opening, I landed with power, I know I can finish him, but with that comes pressure of expectation in the rematch. I cannot automatically think I'm going to win just because I won the first time." There is huge respect, even friendship, between these two. Josh Burns said, "In this rematch against Sam Shewmaker, I'm focused on being very mobile. I have to flow in the mid-range. I have to use my footwork to solve Sam Shewmaker's reach advantage."
He has to be the better athlete here. Faster, stronger, more technical. Get into position, get in the mid-range, and land those bombs.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the co-main event. A highly anticipated rematch with 2 returning heavyweight warriors to the squared circle, scheduled for 5 two-minute rounds. Presented to you by Grunt Style Apparel, America's patriotic apparel leader. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears the patriotic colors of the United States of America. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 247.8 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 4 victories opposite 4 defeats with 1 fight even. After 2 years, he returns to the squared circle. Here is the 2-time World Heavyweight Title Challenger, fighting out of Gravois Mills, Missouri, Sam the Hillbilly Hammer Shewmaker. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 261.1 pounds. He is a true bare knuckle veteran of 14 fights and holds a BKFC record of 2 victories opposite a single defeat. And after 3 years, he returns once more to toe the line, fighting out of Detroit, Michigan. Here is Josh the Hammer Burns. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
There is respect, there is even friendship, but these are two of the most powerful punchers in BKFC history. Both men will go all out in our co-main event, the bell round number 1. Red, white, and blue trunks for Sam Shewmaker, black trunks for Josh Burns.
And Shewmaker not having any tape on his hands, just on the wrist.
Under the unified rules, the wraps have to be 1 inch below the knuckle. They can be down as long as there is a wrap, and you see that very unusual wrist wrap for Sam Shewmaker. Basically a bare hand.
Burns hurt his knee.
Time called out by referee Andrew Glenn.
That could be a huge problem if he cannot plant on that right foot. That's where the power comes from, to show that right hand.
Here's Dr. Damuzzi, Chief Medical Officer of BKFC, with the assessment.
Please don't let this fight end due to injury.
Dr. Damuzzi asking Josh Burns bounce up and down, the agility test, and we will continue. Time in.
Burns with complete belief in that power, needs to land the shot, even if the foot is hurt, knee.
See the wide open striking guard of Sam Shewmaker by design. Burns with a big right hand. Burns coming forward again. Shewmaker looking to counter. Hard left jab from Josh Burns.
You just see that power difference. Every time Burns lands a shot, it's doing damage.
Overhand right, there's the counter. Burns coming forward.
I wonder if Burns can push off the back foot to get into range. He might just wait to counter the entire time.
Shewmaker on the naked 2 entry, it wasn't there. Definitely blocked by Burns. Burns mirroring the hips of Sam Shewmaker, who's staying on his bike. You see the lateral movement, hard jab again from Josh Burns. 45 seconds remaining, round number 1. Overhand right again. Shewmaker is trying to time that punch.
It almost looked like Burns is a sitting target, because I'm not sure if he can move fast off that right foot.
Duck under from Josh Burns. Shewmaker staying on the outside, exactly where he wants to be. Shewmaker trying to explode him with the jab, and the up jab wasn't there. The idea was Burns holding center circle. There's the big right hand, and the left hand to follow from Shewmaker. See the upper body movement of Josh Burns.
Burns is just waiting to counter. He has to wait for Shewmaker to come in so we can get into range.
Jab again from Shewmaker. There's the entry from Burns. Left hook just off the mark from Shewmaker. There's the right hand. The bell, and that ends round number 1. Like cut on the bridge of Josh Burns' nose.
Really have to wonder if this knee is going to be a problem the entire fight. Hopefully, Burns can weather the storm, get back a little bit of feeling, maybe he can push off that right foot, because if he can push off that right foot, he can get into range to turn it over, to land that hard right hand. Otherwise, he's just waiting to counter. And Sam Shewmaker is too smart to just fall in his plan and get hit with the counter. And that's the thing, if Shewmaker has an injured Josh Burns, he just has to keep moving, utilize that lateral movement, never sit there, never plant, make his opponent move the entire time where he can't plant and throw that counter punch. The only way he can counter is if he does like a Josh Dyer and counter off his back foot. It's hard to hurt an opponent doing so.
Round number 2 underway. Again, as he did through much of round number 1, Josh Burns taking center circle. Shewmaker circling to his left. Shewmaker again, you see the wide open striking guard. Shewmaker and Burns now talking.
I think the eye of Burns is cut.
Burns is cut under his left eye. 90 seconds remaining, round number 2. Shewmaker sitting on that overhand right, trying to time it. First jab to the body, Burns now coming forward. There's the step off left hand from Shewmaker, that was clever. Overhand right, again you see Sam Shewmaker, Chris, trying to time that big overhand right.
Gave his opponent a chance to throw that counter right, but luckily for Shewmaker, Burns missed.
Burns trying to time And then counter of his own, couldn't find it. 55 seconds remaining, round 2.
Burns just mirroring his opponent's hips, but he's not able to push off and get inside.
Still slight stalking pressure from Josh Burns. Doubling his jab, Sam Shewmaker from range. See the smear of blood across the face of Josh Burns, emanating from the cut under his left eye. Jabbed in the hook jab from Burns, not there, but it definitely took Shewmaker off his striking line. Naked 2 pulled back mid-flight, thrown by Josh Burns. Doubling his jab, Sam Shewmaker not there. Talked about the respect, personally and professionally. A lot of respect for each other's power. I think that's why we're seeing this, Chris.
100%. Both guys know that if they get hit clean, this fight's going to be over.
He's now cut behind his right cheek. Sportsmanship from Shewmaker, pulling back that punch just before the bell that ends round number 2.
And Burns, he's got to figure a way to get inside. If he can't push off that back foot, he needs to start utilizing head movement, bobbing and weaving, ducking that underneath, and very slowly, methodically put on pressure. But wait for his opponent to throw that jab and then counter with power punches. If he waits to counter the entire time, he's just counting on getting lucky and landing the punch and gets a very good Shewmaker.
You fucking drop that too, he's out. Easy night, we go home. Let's go, baby. Don't fucking...
Appears to be in the driver's seat at this point. He can pick the time he wants to fight. He's in control. He's deciding when and where the fight happens. If he wants to come in and throw a couple punches, he just has to be first. He has to be fast, and he has to get out of the way. He can't sit there. He can't trade. He can't wait for his opponent to counter.
Call of knuckle up emphatically from referee Andrew Glenn. Round number 3 underway. Forward off from scratch, Josh Burns.
That's exactly what Burns needs to do. He needs to get into his range and unload punches. He can't stand out and wait for Shewmaker to initiate the shots.
In our fighter meeting, Sam Shewmaker said emphatically, my jab is absolutely my key to victory. He feels it sets up with that big overhand right. There's the jab, the overhand right. Burns to the inside. Separation quickly from Andrew Glenn. You see our strike stats presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
See, almost doubling up is Shewmaker, throwing, landing 9 more punches.
It's missing with the entry left.
Tell the corner of Josh Burns, tell him that right hand is there. You need to get into range. You need to get closer. You need to land that punch if you're going to win this fight.
Burns still holding center circle. Shewmaker still moving to his left. There's the entry right to the body from Josh Burns. 40 seconds remaining, round 3. Shuffle step from Shewmaker. Find a better angle on the outside from his right. Good left hand on the long jab from Burns. Burns trying to cut the ring. There's the right hand, the left hand from Shewmaker lands. The hook, big right hand. Hard goes Burns, there's the counter from Shewmaker.
So if there was any question about Shewmaker's chin, they're being answered. He's taking some massive shots.
10-second clack very late here in round number 3. Next up, round 4.
Felt like Burns did a better job in that round of landing hard shots. He's got to continue to cut off the ring. There's a left hand for Burns. Once again, if he can continue to get into range, both guys landing clean. But when he gets into range, that's Josh Burns. That's when he does his best work. If he sticks on the outside, he's going to lose a fight. I'm sure his corner is telling him exactly what I'm saying right now. Get into range, create a fight, land some hard shots. You have more power. If you get into range and land harder, you're going to win. If not, you're probably not going to win. Once again, if he can't push off that back foot, that's where the head movement comes into play. Slipping under jabs, getting inside them.
Start of round number 4. This is our co-main event of the evening in the heavyweight division. Josh Burns versus Sam Shewmaker, the rematch. Two fighters continue to talk. Slight exhale from Burns on the reset. Comes to the body. Shewmaker trying to get his jab going.
Burns' hands are so low. That's why he keeps getting hit with those jabs. He needs to put the hands up a little bit higher. Look how low those hands are. He's biting his opponent in the throat.
Goes through that right hand with power, didn't fully land. Shewmaker now talking to Burns.
You see, round by round, Shewmaker landing more head strikes each and every round. Almost doubling up his opponent.
Hand on the entry. Shewmaker pointing at Burns, talking to him.
He continues to talk. And these guys didn't have much animosity going in, but Sam's definitely in his head right now.
1-2 from Burns. It's just diversionary to try to get Shewmaker to move. 30 seconds remaining, round 4. Hook jab from Josh Burns. Hook jab again, right hand, overhand left. Good pull from Shewmaker, resetting now, bouncing his step.
Every now and again, you can see that Burns moves that knee. That's still giving him problems. I think that's the difference in this fight.
Shewmaker felt he errantly put a finger in the eye of Josh Burns. He apologized. Burns never complained. Fight on from referee Andrew Glenn. Final seconds, round number 4. We move to the 5th.
And this is going to be another one very interesting to see how these referees or how these judges are seeing this fight. I feel like when Burns does land, you can tell he does more damage, but he's not landing as often as Sam Shewmaker. If I'm in the corner of Burns, I'm continuing to beg my fighter, get inside and land some power shots. He needs to get a knockdown, I believe.
This is our 3rd ever outdoor BKFC. This is phenomenal here in Sturgis, South Dakota.
Sean, a little bit better crowd than the time I fought in Mexico outside.
That was a sparsely attended BKFC 4 in Cancun, Mexico, outdoors.
Absolutely.
The word wasn't out yet about BKFC in February 2019, Chris. It is now in August 2024.
Burns continuing to touch that right knee.
Here's a medical timeout called by referee Andrew Glenn. Don Mutsi talking to Josh Burns. Double thumbs up from Dr. Mutsi. Sam Shewmaker talking to the crowd. He's in the neutral portion of the ring.
Talking to Conor
McGregor.
Conor tell him to go knock this guy out.
5th and final round. Fast start off from scratch to start round number 5 from Sam Shewmaker.
He's listening to Conor.
There's the right hand from Shewmaker.
Giving Burns a chance, coming in, throwing power, opening yourself up. I love it.
Good footwork, shuffle step from Sam Shewmaker. Big overhand! Down goes Josh Burns.
Burns is a sitting target. He continues to try to get in position, but I don't think that leg's gonna let him.
Throughout this fight, Sam Shewmaker has been trying to time that overhand right. He timed it beautifully. And that right now stands as the low knockdown in this fight.
When Sam Shewmaker gets off first and lands that right hand, he's a problem. He has to believe it, he has to throw it more often.
1-1-2. 50 seconds remaining in our co-main. Double jab from Shewmaker. Snap jab on the step back. 35 seconds remaining in this fight. Burns still coming forward. Open-chested stance now for Josh Burns. Shewmaker pulling back the overhand right, does so again. There's the double jab entry from Josh Burns.
He's throwing the jab, but he's got
Big
it.
overhand right. It's very low for Sam Shewmaker on the outside. Two fighters continue to talk. Burns to the mid-range overhand right again from Shewmaker. The bell and the underarm combing. And there's the respect, there's the friendship between Josh Burns and Sam Shewmaker.
If there was any question on who was going to win that fight, how close it was, I feel like that knockdown really secured it for Sam Shewmaker. Just a lead right hand, a difficult punch to throw often, but when he threw it, he landed it clean. Just enough, landed behind the ear, just knocking his opponent off balance. That equilibrium goes when you get hit behind the ear. As soon as Sam started throwing that punch, he landed it. Maybe Conor McGregor should be in his corner. I feel like that's who told him to throw those punches. Said, all right, you got to listen to Conor, don't you?
Stop this!
1, 2, 3, and 4, very, very close, but with that knockdown across the board, one would certainly presume 10-8 from all three judges here in Sturgis, South Dakota for Sam Shewmaker. Houston will reveal the three judges' scorecards. That knockdown, recorded by Shewmaker and Burns in round 5, might wind up meaning everything. It might mean absolutely nothing other than just a beautiful knockdown. We shall see. Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside are all in agreement at 49-45 to the winner by unanimous decision, Sam the Hillbilly Hammer Shewmaker!
All right. Let me ask you a question. Is there anything more American than Sam Shewmaker winning a fight in the Stars and Stripes in Sturgis, South Dakota on a Saturday night? Sam, welcome back. It's been a long time, but you hit the ground running. You just had one hell of a war with another warrior in Josh Burns.
Josh Burns, man, my hand's off to you. You're a tough guy. But guess what? Now we set up a trilogy fight for BKFC. The first, the best one that we're going to have here. I want to give thanks to my Lord Jesus Christ, my Savior. God bless America! God bless our troops! Let's go!
I got one more question. You turned over there, you walked over to Conor McGregor. What was said between you and Conor McGregor?
He said, you're one bad motherfucker.
I mean, I can't disagree. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hillbilly Hammer, Sam Shewmaker.
And what a comeback from Shewmaker, getting knocked out the first time these two fought. That's intimidating, that's in your head. He still overcame that, came back, and what a fantastic performance.
Now 1 win apiece between Sam Shewmaker and Josh Burns in the rematch. Sam Shewmaker victorious. 4 rounds to 1 from all 3 judges scoring ringside here in Sturgis, South Dakota. The lone knockdown of this fight from the overhand right by Shewmaker, dropping Burns in round 5. The winner by way of unanimous decision, Sam Shewmaker defeats Josh Burns.